Dabba 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 diddly dabba dab, said the chimpanzee to the monk. Said the monkey to the chimp. All night long they chatter away. All day long they were happy and gay, swinging and singing in a humming monkey way. Dabba dabba dabba.
Hi. Welcome. I'm Dr. Norris J. Chumley. Welcome to the Dr. Norris J. Chumley's Happy Hour. And I am particularly happy to be with Cousin Brucie, Bruce Morrow.
Here he is. Hi, everybody all over America. This is your Cousin Brucie. It's the WABC Party Go Go. Woo!
Don't you wanna tap your feet now, baby?
Everybody sing.
Come on, let's go.
God, you're doing fine. I hear you. Very good. With Cousin Brucie.
Cousin Brucie plays your favorite oldies.
Here with your Cousin Brucie. Hi, my friends. I'm your cousin. We're here on the 6th.
This'll only hurt for a minute. You've got Blue Cross, right?
I am so happy that you are a guest on my show.
Oh, I'm happy to be here, really.
My
That's that word
gosh.
happy again. You know, you don't hear, Cousin Norris, if I may be so bold, you don't hear that word HAPPPPYY too often anymore.
No.
So that's nice. It's so nice that somebody's remembered that archaic word. You know?
Yeah,
Happy.
I like to think so. So I am particularly happy. My gosh, I've been a big fan of Cousin Brucie's for many, many years.
So
Thank
watch
you.
what you say. Keep me happy. I'm your guest. That's all right. You know, it's funny, Norris, I hear that quite a bit. I grew up with you.
Yes.
And yet, you know, I still feel like I'm so young. I'm such a kid. I guess when you enjoy and happy, again, with what you're doing, you stay young.
Now, a lot of people these days are talking, oh, by the way, would you like some cookies?
Oh, did you bake those?
Yes, they're
You
fresh
baked
out of
them?
the oven.
Maybe a little later.
Okay, all right. I absolutely love radio myself, and I got to thank you for starting my career in broadcasting. You may not recall, but when I was 7 years old, my family brought us to New York City. I'm originally from Indiana, and after the sun would go down every night, I would listen to you, Cousin Brucie show, on 77 WABC.
Boom,
Ding,
boom,
ding.
boom.
Every night in Indiana, 700 miles away. And then my folks brought us to New York City, and we were in the Hilton Hotel right across from ABC, and I begged my dad for several nights to please let me go across the street. I want to meet Cousin Brucie. And my dad said, no, he won't let you. No, they don't let little kids go to radio station. Forget it. I bugged him so much, finally, he took me across the street, and I asked the guard downstairs at the reception desk if he would call, and he did. And you were so nice, this was 1963, and invited me up to the studio. And I sat there for, oh gosh, an hour and a half, and listened to you broadcasting live all over the country on WABC radio. And right after that, I came back and I started a pirate radio station in my basement. Got a little transmitter, a little 10-watt thing, and broadcasted, well, about half the town in Indiana.
So, you know, and I hear stories like this.
And I got to
What a
thank
bit.
you for that.
Well,
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
And
well,
God bless
listen,
you. God
affected
bless
you, because you don't.
God bless you.
Here is a brand new by the Beatles. It's Paul.
All my troubles seem so far away.
Beauty, huh? What do you think of that one? It's Yesterday, everybody, by the fabulous Beatles. Paul's big solo. Isn't that beautiful? Big hit of the week right now.
Now, let's go back in time a little bit. As we do on your show every time you're on the air, we take a little trip down memory lane, if you will, a little bit. You were the man who introduced the Beatles at Chase Stadium. Yeah. Pretty much introduced the Beatles to the world. Good heavens. And you were friendly with the Beatles.
We're very friendly, and that was a great time of my career, and a very happy time of my career.
Kidding.
Unfortunately, I was not as brilliant as I should have been, knowing what was going to happen. We didn't realize that this was going to be a sociological phenomenon. It was music, and it was good. And very honestly, at that time, Norris, the American music industry was at sort of indulged. It was very indulgence. Nothing was happening. You know, the American corporate slogan, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You know, something like that. So it wasn't broke. It was making money. They were doing all right with some of the American groups. But suddenly overseas in Europe, these 4 revolutionaries with this horrible hair was up to here at that time.
Yeah.
Mop tops. Little did the people know what was going to happen. Were causing a lot of excitement in different countries all over. It was causing riots and things. And they were taking the music of America, the rock and roll that we invented, rock and roll American idiom, and they were giving it something new, a new energy, a new light, a new feeling. And that's what happened over there. And we were watching it. Well, in 1962, I started getting Beatle records. It was very hard for me at that time to convince the music meetings that we had at the radio stations in those days. That's why they bring in a record and we vote on it, this kind of thing. And if we got enough votes, Beatles finally get here. And by the time they came here, we were ready. The Beatles, the Lord didn't say, and thou shalt have the Beatles, John, Paul, George, and Ringo, my messengers to make you happy again. Because the world was really, in Sucksville. You know, that's a biographical word for terrible. Really, it was terrible time.
Terrible.
There's a picture of me that I'd like you to show, like you to see. Is that the Beatles
all
on the
4 of you
couch.
together.
Yeah, wonderful picture. And this is a rare picture. I was with them at one of the hotels in New York City, 'cause I had them on the air with me a lot. I was very fortunate to befriend them very nicely. And this picture here, if you notice, is the only time in any kind of picture that all 4 of the boys are looking at one person. That's me, right?
amazing.
Normally they hit each other, throw pillows. They never they carried on. By the time the music went on, I used to play some of the songs when I got a new Beatle exclusive, which was a fun thing too. And we used to put the word exclusive in every 20 seconds, so the competitive radio stations couldn't copy the record, because Cousin Brucie would get the original.
It's an exclusive.
Very fast.
Was radio important for you when you were a little kid growing up?
Very honestly, yeah, because
Did you have a radio in your home when
we
you were
had several
growing up?
radios. We had those big radios that we used to watch.
With the tubes and stuff.
Yeah, tubes.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
right,
yeah.
big tubes. And a radio about this high, Atwater, Kent,
Yeah,
Bosley, those
sure,
kind of things.
yeah.
And we used to, that was our entertainment. At night we'd have dinner and then we'd all gather around the radio and watch it.
What did you
and
listen to? What did you
let's
listen
see,
to?
The Jack Benny Show, right? We used to, I remember Mario Lanza had a show on CBS, and Be My Love, you know, what a voice. I mean, I loved it. But my great time that I really understood radio and what radio could do, I discovered radio, 1945. I'm coming home from PS 206. Listen to this noise. PS 206.
Yeah.
That day when I came in, my mother usually is in the house getting my milk and cookies ready, right? My cookies, yeah. Milk and cookies, and getting ready and cooking dinner for my dad who was coming home from the shop. But that day, for some reason, in 1945, they were up on a porch across the street from my home.
Yeah.
See my mother,
And I see Mrs. Flink and Mrs. Bloom, and I'm closing my eyes, Mrs. O'Brien.
in a very diverse neighborhood, right? On the porch, facing the window where there's a little box like this, a little tiny radio box. Well, not quite like that, with a window in it. And the window had numbers and it lit up. And all of a sudden I see my mother and the other one, holy, crying. I see streak, and I got scared. I thought something happened to my father. You know, I didn't know, what do I know about politics? And I got closer and they're still crying, listening to this magic box. This magic box here. And I said, what's going on? And then I hear the following, something like this. Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the United States of America, Franklin Delano Roosevelt, died this morning, blah, 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 etc. And they would cry. Well, I got home and I went up to my mother, consoled her a little bit, looking at this box with a light in it. And I realized at that time, if this little thing, at my tender young age, this little thing could evoke the emotions of these strong Brooklyn women, and they were strong. It took a lot to make them cry. Something's in there that I had to get a hold of. Something's magic.
If you're game, I'd like to have a little fun with you and play a little game.
Well, it depends what kind of games you're talking about. Cousin
Well, my
Norris.
producer and head writer Jesse came up with this radio announcer game. I don't know, but
I'll try anything. You know. Oh, you got copy. All right.
so
There
yeah,
you
I
go.
got some copy
All right, so
here.
maybe well, you be the announcer. I want to hear how you would do it. And then give me a shot at it.
A tractor trailer hauling 2 tons of frozen hamburgers overturned on I-98 today. Officials urge the public to avoid the area until the roving packs of wolves leave the vicinity.
I like this. That's kind of good.
It's a Gary Owens
Not
kind
bad.
of thing.
Yeah, it's probably.
Yeah.
I must say, without being
It's
rude,
pre-headphones.
it's one of the best parts. I like that very much.
Thank
All right,
you
let's
so
see.
much.
So let's. Now I'm going to
You're
Brucify,
way
right?
too kind.
No. All right, here we go. Hey, everybody, this is your Cousin Brucie. Wait till you hear the news. A tractor trailer, one of those big 18-wheeler jobs, holding 2 tons of frozen hamburgers, which right away is dangerous enough, as you know, overturned on I-98. What the heck was the hamburgers doing on I-98? Officials urge the public to avoid the hamburgers, yes, and the area until the roving pack of wolves have left the area. And the news on the lighter part, President Kanye West, we are really in trouble, let me tell you, announced his 3rd Supreme Court nomination today, Justice Chuck D. Chuck is expected to be confirmed easily and early, depending on the Kardashians' nomination, because that's what really counts. This is Cousin Brucie reporting what shouldn't be in the news. No, I can't. I'm allergic. Give me that.
You got to stop and smell the roses. I love it. Someone who is so audio oriented is really very visual too. You're into photography. Could we see some of your pictures?
Oh, I love you. I am so proud. You know something, Norris? This is kind of a secret also. I'm telling you a lot of secrets to the deep down stuff.
Thank
In fact, you have that Indiana trustworthy face.
I'm honored.
All right, anyway, this is what I'm going to do. I would give anything just to stop what I'm doing for a while, take my cameras, and Jody and I just go all over the world and take pictures of people in their habitat, where they are, and take pictures of the scenery and show people how beautiful this world is. And boy, this world is beautiful. There's so much beauty in this world. If only we'd stop once in a while and smell a rose. I love it. Life has so many photographs of it. And I would just like to be there to take them all.
I couldn't agree more. Bruce Morrow, Cousin Brucie.
A pleasure.
You're my hero. Thank you. God bless you.
By the way,
thank you so much.
That when you were 7 years old, don't think I don't remember what you did. You stole my pen. I want it back now.
I don't want this to be a catastrophe, or I don't want us to be catatonic either, but since we always play with cats on Dr. Norris J. Chumley's Happy Hour,
Whoa!
I brought a little cat toy.
What is that?
I have a little cat here. See here, kitty, kitty,
Look
kitty.
at
Here,
that.
pussy, here,
That's
pussy, pussy,
Pussy cat? Hello, sweetheart. Oh, that's it. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's changing into. Oh my gosh, it's a.
Oh, you like
What
that?
is that?
Oh, it bit me a little bit. All right.
Oh,
Well, now, wait
it's
a minute. Now, wait a minute.
getting
Let me get
bigger.
another.
It's
Let me get another.
getting bigger and bigger.
Look at that, a baby elephant. Baby, hey, you have a peanut for him?
Well, I think it needs
Give,
several.
give the whole thing.
Oh my gosh.
Give me a baby elephant. Here we go. That's
Well,
nice.
we'll see you next time on Dr. Norris J. Chumley's Happy Hour.
What do I do with the elephant?
Bye bye.
Dabby, and monkeys talk. Mean chicks, I love you too. And when they were both made men and wife, they shouted out, this damn delight.